Anyway, I went back and got the letter, and we're back where we started. Sometimes you have those days when it's like one step forward, two steps back. Now that's the way this day has started. But I'm going to see the positive in that negative. I'm determined. Anyway, about this degradable pot, I'm going to investigate that more, because I think that's the way to go. Being part of a tree when it grows. Weird. I think that's amazing. So I'm getting into that, like, definitely. I think I'll enjoy being a tree. Plus the fact it's better than all the conventional shit that we have to go through, innit? See, I wanted to get buried when I die. And at my time in life, you do think about these things. But I just can't afford to get buried, believe it or not. It's so expensive. My guitars and everything that I have, which is basically nothing really, besides my guitars. Some of the stuff I've written that nobody sees, they're all being left to me lad, of course. Everything I have is his. So that's going to be the way it goes, I think. That's what I'm going to do. What do you think about it, mate? I'm hoping that every time I do that zoom, it's not clicking dead loud. As I've noticed on the last videos, it has been. So we're heading to the station now. Turn off till I'm on the platform if I get a chance. Segment 2 done. Well, Monday morning, I just got off the train. I love the idea of getting the train into town. Just now save a lot of hassle. quite cold here. Can't wait for this weather just to finally break a bit so I can start the decorating. Nice. I've come down here to post some discs that some guy in America has bought from me. I'd like to thank him for putting the support my way. Okay. Well, we're back on the beat, folks. Very natty. So, oh well. Unfortunately, I have to walk past McDonald's. Right, so I'm going up to the only post office left in town, I think. This is the city centre, but locals always refer to it as town. A friend of mine who was going to join MI6, believe it or not, through this, told me that the handler he went to meet said that MI6 had an office over at a bakery in this street. The only one bakery I can see is that one right in front of me. So that could be MI6 up there. You just don't know. I know that sounds like a bizarre story, but it really is true. Like so many things in life, no one believed it. The truth's always stranger than fiction. And it's no different really than me talking about how the way this world works. It's true, but no one believes it. So there. Let's see if we can get in the post office. Yeah, we're in the wrong shop now. One day I'm going to come in here and this lift's going to be working. But it doesn't seem to ever work. There we go. Let's switch off now. Looking for a refill for my pen that I bought here a while back. Of course I've bought the one that there's no refills for. Obviously. Let's see. Pen reminds me of living in Hessel, because that's the pen I was using. Excuse me, mate. Sorry. Never found a refill.
Saturday night. Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, if you watch this, the guy in Pennsylvania, I've just posted your discs. I have to say, slowly but surely, the virus I had is here, starting to leave me. So that's good. Now, since 1980, probably 7, I've been drinking 3 or more glasses of wine a night. Every night. 7 days a week. 365 days of the year. And I used to always drink 13.5% wine. That was perfect. And then, about a year ago, that just felt too heavy for me. So So I went down to 12.5%, and even that seemed heavy. And then, lo and behold, a couple of months ago, I went to 12%. And 2 years ago, if someone had bought me a bottle of wine 12%, I'd have only used it for cooking, no matter what it was. And you know now, I'm actually drinking nothing. Oh, a month ago, maybe over a month ago. Just stopped. Don't know why, I just stopped. I now drink boiled water with organic lemons and limes and a bit of honey. This guy's good, you know. He's totally blind. That was well worth the change I had in my pocket. Right, we're going into this place now. Right, shopping's done now. Oh, look at the scooters. I love scooters. Isn't that cool? Vespa. Great that. I really like that. It's groovy, that one. If I was younger, I'd get a scooter. Problem is, I just look like a fucking tit on one. Nice bike. Gotta observe these things, you see. Now, I thought Dawson's had closed. A friend of mine said it's moved. That's Dawson's over there. Sign down by that white van. It did it. Not the sign down. Shutters down. Right, time to switch off now. Don't want to get into any trouble. £1.50.
The next station is Brunswick.
Suede shoes this morning. Thinking on a shopping trip like that. What I normally do is try to think of ideas of the next project I'm going to do. Next project, guitar-wise, I mean. Also, I've got me new sat-nav thing, so I'm really seriously thinking about going to Yorkshire. See the clock there? Can't see it now.
This train is for Hanscroft. The next station is St Michael.
Nice view from up on them flats there.
This train is for Hanscroft. The next station is St Michael.
Thank you very much for that information. That's where I'm going. The lemons and limes I'm doing are definitely clearing up my chest infection. Definitely. Just so good. There's some more organic limes. Oh man, I never got a lime. Shit. I always forget something. Ready to get off.
We are now approaching St Michael's.
Right, these steps toes just a little bit too far apart. So you try to go up them in one step, like I'm doing, 2 steps, feeling cool. And you always end up missing one and looking like a complete twat. Okay, here we go. I've just had one of them stupid calls from Accident and Advice. I had an accident, I had 2 accidents 2 years ago. And they fucking must have sold me number or something. Every day. I've tried to be nice. I've said, look mate, just take me off your list. Not interested. Well, you could claim this much. I said, I don't want to fucking claim nothing, leave me alone. I was laughing yesterday. May not be of interest to anyone else, but there's the guy I met down here actually. He's a lovely guy, David. I think he had an accident a few years ago, so he talks with like an impediment, but he's a lovely guy. He's been calling me Ed since I moved in here. He knows my name. I call him David. A week ago he just started calling me Clive, and I just think it's so funny when he goes, alright Clive. Fucking hell man, it's magic. Pure magic. Maybe he's been calling me Clive all the while, and because I've given up drinking wine, I've now heard him. Could be that. Oh, there's a lovely stuff. Lovely dog though.
I don't take him for the walk, he takes me.
I used to have one. Isn't he playful? Look at him. Yeah. Come on then, get on a picture. You're on a picture there, look. That's you.
You knock it over, like, you won't bite you, not like that, you knock it over.
Hello. Oh, look, he wants a stroke. I'm not putting this down, there's meat in there. There'll be none left in a minute. See you, mate. Lovely staff, I love staffs. I used to have one. I used to have a cracker one. But when I got ill and my back went my spine and he was too big, he was dragging me all over the fucking place. I looked like normal wisdom when I was out. I don't know, I've missed him. Well, yesterday morning I had an adventure. I got on a site called Pre-Loved. People are selling second-hand stuff, which I love, because you get interesting things. And the other day I was on my way to an appointment, going back over the water there to the other side. I'll just cool down a minute. And I was sitting in the car last week for the appointment, waiting to go ready. Set my sat-nav, because I'm useless with directions, and realised that it was broke. I must have slammed the glove compartment door and smashed the screen. So that was the fucking end of that. And I thought, if I want to go on an adventure, I'm done now. So I didn't want to buy new because I haven't got the money. And, you know, you're looking at hundreds of pounds. So I got on Pre-Loved and bought This guy was selling Tom one, which is a really good one, I think. So I took a little journey yesterday over to Ellesmere Port, the other side of the water. It was a lovely little adventure. 40 quid I got it for. So I was well pleased with that. And at the same time I bought a little like Persian runner for in the hallway. That was only 10 quid, 10 that's all, it's in lovely condition. And I bought that, I went to Bootle, this side of the water to get that. So that was good. There's a shed being built. See if we can get in. Nice. Do you know what I love about this? All the working and stuff. What I love about this is the plastic flowers. I think that's so so kitsch, that, isn't it? Look, plastic flowers. That's new to know. Don't know where that come from. Come on. Glad to get it today, I think. Get sorted out. The lad's supposed to be coming today. I don't know whether he's coming tomorrow, him and his wife. So I promised them I'd cook them a chili con carne. And that's why I had to go shopping this morning. Right. It is the runner, you can't really see it in the dark. That part of the way I'm on. That's it. There it goes. Isn't that nice? 10 quid. I was well chuffed at that. Right, oh, great to be back in. Oops. There's my sat nav in there. That I got. Let's have a look. Show you it before I finish this video. There you go. That nice and chunky and good. So I'm quite happy with that. Right. Emails to send. Maybe put a record on. I hope that shutter thing didn't make too much noise. I want to put a record on in a minute and we're going to get really nice and groovy. Okay. End of segment, and there's my guitar bit. Before I end this segment, there's my guitar all touched up now. The frets have been dressed, polished up. This buzz in here, it's completely stopped now. I'm really happy with that. Let's hope things go well. Gonna have an orange in a minute as well. See you later.